Hello class. Okay, what we are going to talk about on AutoCAD Math Monday is kind of the review of complementary angles, supplementary angles, and opposite angles. I know you remember this from a few years back, but just wanted to refresh your memory. First thing we're going to go over is the complementary angles. Pretty easy. Two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. You know, you have this right here is a right angle, which is 90 degrees, and we know because of this symbol right here. And we have angle X and angle Y. So the two of those equals 90. Pretty easy. So let's try it with numbers. If that's 37, angle X is 37, then Y would be 90 minus 37, which would be 53 degrees. And it's a very simple addition and subtraction problem. Now, supplementary angles. That's just as easy. If either two angles whose sum is 180 degrees, so these, and so how do we know that X and Y is a supplementary angle? Well, first, the way we can prove it is that if a straight line is 180 degrees, then both sides of that line add up to 180. So we know that Y plus X equals 180. So which angles are supplementary? Let's see. XY is a supplementary angle, and AB is a supplementary angle. Is that it? Actually, no, because we know this is a straight line. So that means XA is a supplementary angle, and YB is also a supplementary angle. Okay, now the last part, opposite angles. Opposite angles, when two straight lines intersect, they form two pairs of opposite angles. A and Y are opposite angles, and B and X are opposite angles. Opposite angles are always congruent. That means they're equal. Let's see if that's true. How can we prove it? Well, if a straight line is 180 degrees, and both sides of that line add up to 180, that means X plus Y is 180, and that means X plus A is 180. Then A plus A equals Y. So let's put some numbers to it and see if that's true. So if we have the 53 and 127, and we added those up together, they'd equal 180. Okay. Now, that also means that A plus 53 is equal to 180. So if you do the same to both sides, you subtract 53 from both sides, you have A plus 53, which is that right there, right? Minus 53 equals 180 minus 53, because you had to do, on an equation, if you do it to one side, you have to do it to the other. So when we get rid of the two 53s because they cancel each other out, we end up with A equals 180 minus 53, which equals 127, which right up there, and guess what? They're the same. So you know that the angles, opposite angles, are the same. What does that mean about B, though? Same thing. Should be 53. Okay, so that means you can get on your Math Monday, which says construct this figure into AutoCAD and determine the value of C. A couple things to remember. One is opposite angles. You're going to have to know those to construct this. And also remember that AutoCAD angles are measured from this point at the 3 o'clock on the clock and counterclockwise till it's 360 again. If you think about those two things, opposite angles and this, you'll be able to construct this.